What's going on, my peoples? And I go by name of the Sorcerer, and I'm now going to be doing a reading. If it resonates, I hope it helps. Well, before I even do that, before I even say that, let me just get. I've got my calling cards, and then I'll let you know. Oh, the next 6 months. Let's see what's going to happen for you in the next 6 months. Right. If it resonates, I hope it helps. If not, send it back to the universe. Energy is fluid. We keep on shining and we stay rising. I hope everybody's okay. I'm now going to be doing a spread. I fancy a Celtic cross spread for this one. Let's see what's happening. Right. Lovely. Right, let's see what's happening for your next 6 months. Alright, I'm now going to be using these cards for clarification, but I could tell you right now that it's good. Right. Let's see what it says about the next 6 months. Okay? So, for the start of the deck, if you just give me a second, just give me a moment. And it's good. Right. For the theme, it's about you being in control of your emotions, being poised, stepping into your power, having the emotional intelligence to go through on your next 6 months. It's about having that control, using that wisdom that you've had from the past and using that towards your present and your future. And I see it's regarding work that you're going to get your praises, accomplishments, and this is due to the fact that you've been strategic during this time. You've got the Three of Pentacles, which is about getting notoriety, getting your receipts, getting your highest praise when it comes to your craft, your work, something that you've been working on, and that's through to your Seven of Swords, which is about, they say it's the liar, cheater, stealer card, but in the aspects regarding work, I see it as the essence of you strategizing, using your smarts, using your wit to get through where you need to get through, and it's a time for you to give yourself your flowers, because this is through your hard work. Your hard work. You're going to get messages, and that could be a praise from your management, which is great, and this is about during this time you got the Knight of Pentacles with the Page of Pentacles, and it's about the aspect of yourself being able to set a plan, a foundation of you going forwards, through your strategy, through your planning, through everything that you're doing here is actually coming to fruition. There is a challenge, and it's about how you're going to strategize. What's the key in the strategy? The key of your goals is in your planning. So the better you prep, the better you're going to reap of the rewards. That is ultimately something that I see going forward. And that's through taking time. And you'll have your aha moment. It's, for me, intuitively, it's saying what goes, like, fundamentally, what's going to set you apart from everyone else. What is going to set you apart from everyone else? And that's through, you're going to take that course of action and being bold moves, you know and it's going to be beautiful. There's an element of, for me, blood, sweat and tears, but in a good way, which is going to drive you. I believe it's going to be from a place where you've had disappointments in the past, which you're going to release. So you got the Three of Swords in reverse, and you got the Ten of Wands in the upright as your uh, advice. And what I'm saying to you with this situation is, you know, you're taking every aspect of the past and turning it into gold. You're taking the pain from the gold, and you're going to remove the elements of the pressure of yourself, but doing it in bite-sized chunks. And you're going to carefully do it. And this is about through your strategy, which is going to be absolutely beautiful. In your past, there's been an element of you maybe no there's been an element of you being misguided by your peers, somebody that didn't have the right um elements of your back. They didn't really um you know for me, they didn't have your best interest at heart, and it was regarding work. And I see it from your past. I know we're talking about your next 6 months, but ultimately, it's going to, these elements of your past is going to propel you going to your future. And I see this from the first 2 months, but you're going to use the elements of your pain, of somebody that misguided you, as a form of learning through experience, and using that to strategize going forwards, so that you're creating your own pathway. What highlights you, as say, towards the third month, you know um is your connection. You've got the Four of Wands, which is 11-11. If you look closely, it's that element of being together. I believe, I know that you'll be working with a team, but I see you going into a leadership sort of role, where you'll be basically delegating with your team who has the highest respect for you, or your colleagues that has the highest respect for you. Now's the time to utilize them and strategize, and being resourceful, being your thinking should be rational rather than emotional. Think about, work towards your journey, your goals, your happiness. But this has to be being calm, cool and collected. And that's where the Queen of Pentacles is there. You have a very tight, cohesive team. It's about utilizing that situation and saying, this is the time for you to use that. And it's a beautiful moment for you and your colleagues, or your team, if you're a manager, for say. you know they're helping you drive that goal, and you're driving them through motivating them, and you using your wits and your smarts. And you know there's gonna, in the third to fourth slash month, there's going to be a little bit of a roadworks. You've got the 10 of Pentacles in reverse. But to clarify, you got the Death card, which is not the ending. There's going to be a few stumbling blocks. I'm not going to lie to you, but that tells you to keep on going, and you never lose. You win or learn, and you're going to learn through this process about trial and error. Trial and error is still basically a process of you winning, because you're eliminating the elements of what should you not know, what you shouldn't be doing, as opposed to what you should be doing, and learning through your experience in order for you to go forwards. There's an element of you understanding that it's okay if the first or second attempt doesn't work out, the third attempt or fourth attempt, but it's about you persevering during this current time. This current time, you must persevere during this current time. It's very important, because you've got the Star card, which is still around the fourth month, which is basically you are still having the presence of mind to stick to your goal, and nothing's going to stop you, because you've got the love for it. You still got the love for it, even in bad days, You appreciate the rainy days, because when it's truly sunny and it becomes fruitious, you're going to really, really enjoy those days. And these are the times where you actually, like, this is where you are worth your grain of salt, whether you really want this. And this is a test from source saying how much you really want this, and you will be able to get there. But it's about you understanding that it has to come from a place of your love and your devotion into it. You know, there's an element of you having the notoriety for yourself. This could be through popularity, this could be through notoriety, this could be through all of those elements. But it's about you um, understanding that this has to come from that burning desire to love, to love, to love it. The, in your fourth, still around your later on towards the fourth month, this is about you seeing that now that the seeds, seeing now that the seeds that you've planted is coming to fruition, and it's about you taking the fruits of your labor and now making it, churning it into something that's going to be successful. And this could come from an idea. Now you're just not just creating an idea, I mean, not just thinking and sparking ideas, creating that element of it being from a thought process to the physical. Yeah, this could come from, if you're an artist, a song, or if you're a manager, an idea that you've pitched, and now it's there, it's coming to fruition. Now people are actually understanding what your genius is, your the power within you, what you've said that will work out and will and has worked out. This is what's happening right now. Things are coming to fruition. You've now, from the trials and errors, removed the weeds, and you've now planted the seeds, and now it's coming from a place of soil that's coming, and you're harvesting something beautiful, and that is from your ideas. In the in the fifth month, you're stepping more into your leadership role. You know, you're delegating, you're doing you're stepping into your power and saying, you know, this is who I am. And there's an element of you removing any of the fears that you had from the previous months that things weren't going to go well. Now it's a sprint to, for example, this could be a deadline, but you know that it's within your grasp, and all you've got to do is continue, and you're there, a target. You've probably accelerated, and you know that it's well past your acceleration, and it's a beautiful moment for you, an amazing moment for you. And just remember, you are growing during this journey. You are taking that leadership role, you know, and it's coming, and people, you're in an abundance of actually helping people more than you like, more than you know what's expected. You're helping your peers, and there's this element of you going back and forth with your team members in terms of like respect, you know, rapport, love. There's this element of, you know, um fundamental cohesion. It's a beautiful moment. It's like, you know, everybody's together and has that desired goal, and it's all coming together, and it's beautiful. And for your outcome, there's a blessed union. This is the element, or this is the Four of Pentacles. And what I find it really beautiful about the Four of Pentacles, this is what I find really beautiful. All of your hard work, you know, the elements of, you know, your blood, sweat, and tears, you know, it's all coming to fruition. You know, you see the results, it's happened, and it's an amazing experience. You know, this is the goal that you're setting yourself upon. This is the results of your hard work, and spirit is saying, here it is, here you go, beautiful moment for you. And this is more so like a chance for you to understand that these elements here are a time for you. You should be happy, you should be proud, you know. You got the Nine of Pentacles. You're in a space of abundance during this time, a space of abundance around, you know, for the next 6 months. It's a beautiful moment, but it's just because you've had to put your blood, sweat, and tears, your efforts of doing so. And this, as I said, this comes from a place of healing. This comes from a place of healing, you know. Perhaps you went through a really bad experience where you were said to yourself before, you were discouraged from going to your goals. But understand this: it's a time where you've matured, you've grown strength, you've realized that these elements don't work anymore, and now you've got the street smarts. You know, you've got the street smarts, and now you've made a formula that's worked. And now, look, the love around your team, the love around the people you work with, that continuity, that love, that respect, it's all there, you know? And all I'm just saying is that reap the rewards. It's all for you to take, and it's a very proud moment for you. You know, again, the Knight of Pentacles, I mean, the Knight of Cups, excuse me. And you had that from the bottom of the other deck, and it's about you understanding of being in control of your emotions, you know, stepping into your power, you know, have that emotional intelligence. And you need that emotional intelligence when you're working with a team. You need to understand and read the room when it comes to people. When they're feeling stressed, that's when you have to manage them. That's when you have to give them motivation. That's when you got to support them. And you know what? It's amazing thing. It's an amazing feeling. An amazing feeling. And you know, the last card I will put out is the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles. And that's you being in a space of abundance after your hard work that's earned. And I think, no, I know that once you go past the threshold after the third month, when you have your stumbling block on the third month, you'll know that it's not a case of you losing, it's a case of you learning through that situation. And I think when you go through that situation, it's an amazing feeling. I go by name the Sorcerer. That was the next 6 months. I wish you love, peace, and light. Love.
Sorcerer.